Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Metro Last Light Redux. My name is BringItDon. And we're at the, I believe the gardens, if I'm not mistaken.
Something strange here. Wait.
Yeah, this is an awful area.
I have to see.
I can jump in that water, I will die. So they have to go that way. I think I can go this way. Maybe not yet. These arches lead to something, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I hate this area. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, you can go, yeah, this way. Alright, here's the safe. I don't know where the key's at. Let's see if I get this filter. Probably not. I think it's based on time, not the amount that you have. Are there two keys I gotta find? Oh, this one's open. Okay. Cool. Alright, I don't know where the key's at. Come on, let me up here. Ooh, just fell off the side. Alright, I see a demon over there. Yeah, I see the key. Alright. This has to be the key for the thing then. Alright, let's head back to the safe then. That was pretty easy. I don't remember how to get back here though. Is it to open up further? Okay. Come on. many diaries in this area? 2? I'm gonna change my filter out. Alright. I hate hearing this growling all the time. Makes me think there's a watchman behind me at all times. Should probably keep my shotgun out. Alright, there's a couple of watchmen running past me, that's fine. Really wish the dark one was here. I couldn't back up there. I don't know what that was all about. I don't have any healing kits, any med kits. Alright. Well, game saved. All those guys are dead. No medkits anywhere? Fantastic. Alright. Okay, well. Yeah, we're looking forward to fighting that thing, aren't we? I honestly don't know if it's gonna be possible for me to beat it without any medkits. Now I know it all. The picture is complete. All I saw was just in preparation. The real blow would be delivered at the very last moment, when nobody would expect. Corbett boasted he was going to take the whole of the metro without spilling blood. He could really do it. The last blood he'd have to spill would be the blood of the Order fighters protecting D6. The Reds are going to take them by surprise, for at that very moment, Moskvin is going to be signing the peace treaty with Miller and the others. Oh, yeah, I think this is it. Oh, the dark one's up there at least. Okay. It might be better to use these.
She's protecting her children. Watch out!
Save me! Dark one?
Legs are back. Vulnerable there.
Yo! Oh, come on, man. What? I got taken out by a watchman from behind when I was after I beat the bear. Oh, come on, put me all the way back here. At least I know I can handle it, so. I'm actually gonna use the. No, this will be fine.
She's protecting her children. Watch out!
Stabby, stabby. I was cool that this is a better position. The lightning bolt from the background and stuff made it much more ominous. They're gonna swarm her.
She protects her back. Vulnerable there.
Oh, messed up that time. Son of a gun. Yeah, I hate this boss fight. Give me a new gas mask and this stuff. Alright, let's do it. Again. Well, I had more smoothly last time.
She's protecting her children. Watch out!
Go ahead and reload that because I can't stop this part. Come on at me, bud. That should knock her down. Nope, maybe not. There we go.
She protects her back. Vulnerable there.
Trying to knock her down. Yep. That should be enough to knock her down, if I'm not mistaken. Let's book it. I want to fight these guys. There you go. You get an achievement for saving her from the Watchman and a moral point. Oh man. Whew. Hate that boss fight.
Artyom, over here!
And then Corbett would have a weapon which could wipe out all of humanity. If that hadn't been done before. All the stations would be filled with corpses, and the Red Line would rule the metro. If it manages to contain the virus, after all, it could mutate too. I can't waste a minute anymore. I have to make it in time for this peace conference.
Thank God you're in one piece. You brought a friend. Wait, is this? Artyom, this kid shouldn't be out there without a gas mask. What the fuck? Ah, so it is. A child of the surface, a dark one. No! Don't shoot him, Miller. Then get it away from me. No mask. I should have known.
This one's green, but that one's yellow. Tell him I'm not a danger.
It seems he is adapting well. Yes, that will keep him alive. May I talk to him, Artyom? Colonel Miller, put your fear aside. This child is the future. You need only take its hand. My hands are full enough. I doubt this creature can help us. But you two, go on without me, before I give in to better judgment and rid the Earth of it. How is this? I can understand his thoughts. And I can hear yours, Artyom. Can you hear anyone's thought just by touching them?
With Artyom, it's different. We can talk from afar. He was adopted long ago.
Do you see, Artyom? The Dark Ones changed you so that they could understand us.
What's behind that door? Did you hear? They call you. I can hear. Open this.
Wait. That looks like one of the sealed doors in D6. Yes, an exhibition. Has a strong lock, too. We've yet to break it. What's there?
My people. They're inside. Sleeping.
Incredible. Look at this. They're hibernating. He is not alone.
I must wake them up. It's time for them to live.
We are all going there now. We'll open the door if we can.
There's death nearby, all around. But I must wake them, or be alone forever.
Now listen. Help us, and we'll help you.
I will. What needs to be done? I must wake them.
We'll have to improvise.
Hey! Wake up, you bastards!
Colonel, can you open the gate where the Gardens line ends at D6? Do you have the code?
I have all the codes for D6, but I can't promise a thing.
You'll have to. He will help us in Polis if you do.
Take him along then, and brief me on the way. If I'm convinced that he'll help us, I'll open your door. Follow me.
He is not alone. He's not the last. I understand his excitement and his wish to immediately meet the others, to free them and wake them up. But he has agreed to wait a bit longer. First, he's going to try and help us. If we make it to the conference, the Dark One will be able to open up the thoughts of Moskvin, or Korbut himself. Perhaps make them stop this madness. This is our last chance.
Artyom, we already knew of Oktoberska from Khan. And we did confront Moskvin on this. Yet he didn't even try to disprove it. He told that by sheer luck, their chemical defense squad was exercising nearby. And thus, despite some sacrifice, they were able to nip the starting epidemic in its bud. Otherwise, it would have engulfed the whole of Redux. What can you say to that? Even I would have done the same.
But Colonel, it was Lasnitsky, their agent who stole a virus container from D6 right before the outbreak.
So what? There's not a single living witness besides Artyom. Who'd believe the order? We have the D6 now. What if it was us who released the virus?
But the Reds tried to break through into Hansa's territory. We could make Moskvin.
What can we do? We are not an army. We've less than 100 fighters.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Moskvin did gear up for war. But after Polis suggested that we share the wealth inside D6, he might actually agree to peace. We must do everything to have that agreement signed.
Moskvin? What difference does he make? He's just a puppet in Corbet's hands. And while he's talking, Corbet's forces are encircling you. You'll seal this peace agreement with your blood!
What? You got a better idea?
You brought this ape here. What now? We're done with this. Let's go to the council hall. Follow me.
No, sorry.
Permission to report, Colonel.
Denied. Urgent dispatch to D6 Security Force Commander.
Oh, I saw it over there.
Go to highest alert. Instruct Korneyev to proceed with... Well, he knows what to do.
I asked the kid how he made it. How did he survive the Inferno? No, I know. When the missiles rained upon the city of the Dark Ones, he was simply not there. The Dark Ones. We've been asking ourselves what happened so that... asking ourselves how it happened so that a new sentient life emerged almost instantly. Why did we take millions of years of evolution, and all the Dark Ones needed were a few years? So I'm struggling to read this one. The answer was simple. It was us, people who had brought them to life. They emerged amongst us. Sukhoi, my stepfather, was right. They were the next stage of evolution, next to ours. We were their fathers, they were our children. We created so many weapons to destroy ourselves with, and one of those weapons gave birth to them. They are not like us. What kills us makes them stronger. We left them a ravaged, poisoned world. They learned to live in it. They sustain themselves by absorbing radiation. After being born, they did not enter the world at once. For some time, they continued to exist in a dream, growing and learning from the ones who came to be before them. What we destroyed was their home, but the place where their young ones slept was underground, close to the botanical gardens, close to the TV tower. It was in the bunkers under the TV buildings which were connected to D6. But when the warheads fell, the entrance tunnels caved in. The Dark Ones who were almost ready to enter the world got blocked inside. Instead of them, he, the little one, opened his eyes, awakened by the explosion and the last scream of his mother, knowing nothing of what had happened, not ready for anything, knowing nothing of the world. He tried looking for his kin, but he could not find them, because the few survivors continued sleeping. Their time to wake had come and passed. Very soon they would die of hunger, without even opening their eyes once. I don't know how Khan persuaded Miller, but he was the icon of stoicism and did not reach for his weapon when he saw the Dark One. And the following events shocked me even more than the plans of the Reds. There were Dark Ones in D6. Khan had hypothesized they were created artificially before the war. Created as what? Soldiers immune to radiation and having no need for voice communications? Could be so, but then God probably decided to breathe souls into them.
God, please let this work out.
I therefore have ordered Operation Eldorado shut down. Hail right! And to summarize the official proceedings, I call on the leader of the Red Line, Comrade Bosky, comrade. And I won't hesitate to use this word, dear friend. We also consider the motion in previous development.
Get ready, Arthur. Stay close to the little one.
Hurrah, comrades! Let there be peace in the name of our children!
Is that the only diary here? Yeah, okay.
You are a liar!
Khan, are you out of your mind?
I know what I'm doing. Just believe in me. Just this one time.
Who are you? Guards! Take this man away!
Ranger, stand down!
Artyom, little one, it's your turn.
Comrade Moscovin, you must support me on this.
Open these doors.
Or else, some inconvenient details might surface concerning your brother's death. I overheard one conversation between your brother and his advisor about the threat you pose and ways to eliminate it.
What the hell? Threat? We're brothers.
He thinks you feel bypassed, cheated. He fears you will overthrow him.
He's totally mad. Totally. I'm going to give him an earful.
Words alone will not avert his assassination plans. No, you must strike first.
Maxim, brother, I'm so pleased that we finally made up. It was a fight over nothing. Let's have a drink.
Sure, brother.
What?
It is your silent treatment. What are you looking at me with those honest eyes for? It was your fault. Who wanted me dead? Corbett sold you out. And now, he's got me by the balls. All because of you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, brother. There's no forgiveness for me. But even so... What was I... Out loud? Ah, I see. So you gave me something. Just like I gave something to brother. Yes. Yes! I did. I poisoned him. But Corbett... I'm a fool. I thought he wanted to save me. And he just took the power. Took me by the throat. And he's storming the D6 now. And there's that virus. And if that falls into Corbett's hands, the end.
But you are the leader! Order him!
Call the troops back! You stole them at least! Buy some time to make a deal!
What kind
There's
of...
nothing more we can do here.
A spy...
Hurry! Faster! To the platform! Damn them, I'm not surrendering D6. Follow me!
Let's see if this pays off. Even Khan's gonna stand with the Rangers. But Anna's not.
It will be bad for everyone if you lose? Then I have to save them. My family. You're good, Artyom.
He is gone. He did what he could, and now he is gone to meet his kin. I can't judge him for that. The remainders of humanity are finishing each other off in their final fight. It is not his war. I hope he was able to forgive us. Me. For what we did to his brothers and sisters. His mother and father.
Oh, let's see if we get the good ending. I think there's a hint in that whether or not he we get the good ending or not. I think, unlike the first game, the good ending is the canon ending for this game. Because otherwise, there wouldn't be a third game coming out.
Well, Moskvin wasn't bullshitting this time. The red line's advancing on 3 sides. My brothers in arms, I am not a man for speeches, but here it is. You are the most dedicated, most courageous soldiers in the metro. Each of you is worth 5 reds. If you simply do the job you were trained to do, we'll win this battle. Sparta! To battle! Sparta!
We must stop Corbett, prevent him from taking D6. If we fail, all we've been through after the war, all the hardships we braved surviving all these years, all the sacrifices, everything would have been in vain. Could it be that the spring has finally melted the decades-old ice on the surface, promising us a new hope of leaving the darkness of the underground and reaching out to the sun again? Is also in vain? Man, I can't read. Could it happen that there won't be anyone left to welcome that spring? I can't believe this. Hope still lives while the Order holds D6, while even a single one of us still draws breath. We will stop Corbett at any cost. For our friends and families, for the whole of the Metro, for the spring we've all been waiting for the future. I'm pretty sure I'm getting the bad ending. If it was the good ending, I would, he would say that he was getting the Dark Ones to come help me. But since he said he was going to save his family, it's not the good ending.
Get ready, people.
Hey, Ullman's here. Let me shoot. Is that guy's in the way? Oh, I goofed up. Yeah, I was supposed to get to cover a little sooner.
Check your gear. Shoes tied, zippers up.
Get ready, people.
come on. Come on. Ah. I'm doing too swell at this. Come on, get down! Oh, come on! You move so slow right there. I think it's because you're injured. I was trying to sprint to cover so I could heal up, and it's just not working with me. So are they over there? I'm supposed to use the weapons they have over here. This shotgun's not gonna do a lot of good. Come on. I shot the wall in front of me. Let's reload. Hold on. I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to be hitting right here. I think it's this guy.
Let's fall back. The next salvo's going to bury us.
Am I supposed to be hit that? I don't really know. Oh, come on. I don't know what it's supposed to be hitting. Is it the, Oh, it's that. This whole time. Oh, come on. Alright, well now I know it's just a hit, at least, so. Come on. There we go. Come on, heal up. Yeah, I know. Holy crap-a-rolly. Okay.
The next sailboat's going to bury us! You've got to hurry!
I don't know what this is being aiming for. Oh, okay. Just aim for the red. Aim for the red. I got it. Okay.
Give them a new one now that they don't have tanks!
They're falling back! We won! Don't fuck with Rangers!
Don't get too cocky! They're still strong! Report the situation, son.
Colonel, wounded are out of the fire zone and headed to the evac point.
Well done. Regroup and get ready. They're going to go at it again any moment now.
Yes, sir.
Hey, now I know. There were never any stores of food or medical supplies at D6 to speak of. Miller just didn't want to tell us that. He kept opening door after door, hoping to find what he'd promised. Our chance for salvation. But all he found were containers with viruses, with bacteria, spores of death. The ancestors left us a vast stockpile of tabooed weapons, nothing else. We opened Pandora's box. Corbutt knew this. He never cared about food or other supplies. Hungry people are easier to control. They always want more. We opened Pandora's box and we're going to steal it back, or die, all of us. I feel really freaking cool right now. I'm out of ammo for it. Lame. I think you run out of ammo for it. That's not marrying it.
like we did it. Great job, everyone.
Live up to the names of being Spartans.
The facility is rigged for demolition. I gave the order back in Polis. Now that we have lost D6, our only option is to destroy it.
Count us in, sir. What the hell? Nobody lives forever.
What the hell is this? Shit! Not again!
Secure the perimeter! Cover the exits! Stay alert, men!
Save your voice, Kirilo. Here, there are only dead Spartans. I feel a bit like Xerxes. What an unforgivable waste of men and resources. So many good soldiers lost. And for what? Police station? The council? Ah, well. All are cleansed by the fires of revolution. What a pleasant surprise, Colonel Miller. Or what remains of you.
Artyom, it is time.
And who might this be? Ah, the resourceful young man. Tell me, Artyom, savior of the Metro. Where are you going? Stop him!
Don't be afraid. There is nothing to be afraid of now.
And that's how your papa defeated our enemies and saved the Metro.
Was my papa brave?
The bravest of us all, because he was never afraid to embrace the things he didn't understand.
And where did the dark ones go, Mama?
Away to a safe place. But they promised to come back.
So obviously this isn't the canon ending, because there's a third game coming out. You still play as Artyom. So the canon ending is a good ending, and the good ending, while you're holding the line, the Dark Ones actually show up and help you defeat the Reds and secure D6. Sadly, I didn't get enough moral points. I missed a few throughout the game. I actually got a couple of negative points as well. I don't know how many you need to get the good ending. In the first one, I think you only need like 8 moral points, and I had more than 8 in this one, so I was banking on that. But yeah, so the other ending is canon, because again, Exodus is coming out in like a month, which I'll be covering when it comes out, so look forward to that. As for the game itself, if you like shooters, if you like atmospheric games, or, you know, dystopian, post-apocalyptic games, this game covers a lot of niches. If you're looking for like a casual, short game to play through, because you have a lot of time to play games, again, this game's right up your alley. It's very good. Again, it's a good shooter. It's got a decent story. There's some loopholes, but I think it's because it's a book adaptation. Now on Windows 10, there's a few quirks with running it. It'll crash every now and then, mostly when you're outside. I think it just puts too much strain on the system, but like, I don't know, my hardware and everything, it shouldn't be an issue. But that's not important. The first one has a lot more trouble running than the second one, and this one only crashed in a couple of levels, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But yeah, I definitely recommend this. It's a really good game. Again, decent story. You can immerse yourself in it. There's a whole following. Like if you go on Reddit or whatever, there's people still obsessed with the game and the books. Like it's a very active Reddit or subreddit. But yeah, and it's not that expensive. I think you can get both of them. I think I got both of them for like $5, like total. So that was pretty good. It was a sale, obviously. I think they're like $4.99 normally. Yeah, gets the old BringItDon 2 thumbs up, and I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next Let's Play.